from the Ticats Audio Network. This is Ticats Today with Louie Butko.
Yes, it is Ticats Today for a Monday, July the 11th, 2022. Thanks for checking us out on the Ticat Audio Network. Louie Butko here with you, back from the bye week as officially it is week 6 of the CFL season. When I say back from the bye week, of course, I mean the team, because I was here all week. And speaking of the team, everybody on the Ticats Audio Network team is back this week. So all the great content you've come to expect, other than just me, on the Ticats Audio Network will be available for you this week, including a brand new episode of the CFL This Week, which we did have a new episode of last week, I should mention. But the Coach O Show is back, Task and Twos, Tiger Cats Game Day, all the great content that you've come to expect from us here at the Ticats Audio Network is back, as the bye week has come and gone, as we put one in the books, and we look ahead to Saturday when the Ticats host the Ottawa Redblacks. And yes, there will be kind of a, I don't even know how to describe it. Something will be missing, and whether Jeremiah Masoli is here or not, he'll be missed on the field too. So I don't have strong opinions. I think it was a dirty hit. I'm sure Garrett Marino will likely be suspended, but we haven't heard officially yet, at least as of the time of this recording. I saw some other hosts, for some reason, bring up Simone when talking about this hit, which is stupid, to say the least. Different players, different circumstances, and just false comparative, I guess we could call it. But the real meat and potatoes is that it is going to be awful not to see Jeremiah Masoli on the field at Tim Hortons Field on Saturday. It's very likely that it is a bone issue, and we're keeping our eye on the Red Blacks for updates. But it's just too bad, because Jeremiah Masoli is a competitor, and he gave a lot of years to this team. But that won't take away from any of the other great storylines heading in to week number 6. It's a 5 p.m. kickoff on Saturday, by the way, which means the Ticats Audio Network getting you set at 4 p.m. as Bubba O'Neill and Andy Fantus get you set on Tiger Cats pregame, and Luke and RJ have the call, again, starting at 5 p.m. on Saturday. Welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. We really do appreciate it. Coming up on today's show, we're going to hear from Coach O, as he spoke at practice yesterday. We'll hear from Dane Evans as well, and we'll go one-on-one with the newest member of the Hamilton Tiger Cats, Jon Ryan. Yes, you know the name. Very familiar name. Jon Ryan, an accomplished kicker on both sides of the border, won the Super Bowl with the Seattle Seahawks in 2013, and full credit to our buddy Brandon Tretter, manager of communications and media relations for the Ticats. Our boy BT, yesterday at practice. And by the way, the Ticats were off at practice today, so that's why we're not at practice. But we do have the sounds from yesterday, and they'll be back tomorrow, as it is a longer week for the Ticats with the Saturday game coming off the bye. But back to Brandon Tretter. We were sitting in practice yesterday, and I put him on the spot. Watching Jon Ryan work with the players and his teammates, I put BT and I said, who is the last Hamilton Tiger Cat to have won a Super Bowl? The last Hamilton Tiger Cat to have won a Super Bowl. And right away, BT just goes right into full-on research mode. He's pulling up rosters, he's comparing, he's got like tabs open on his phone, and he believes he found the solution. I believe he's right. Brian Hall. Remember the name 2014, 2015 with the Hamilton Tiger Cats? Brian Hall? Well, he won the Super Bowl with the Baltimore Ravens. So there you go. The last Ticat. Maybe Brandon's wrong. Maybe you have a more correct answer. If you do, hit me up on Twitter at @LouieB_TV. But Jon Ryan, of course, a Super Bowl champion. He played 28 games over 2 seasons with the Rough Riders over the last 2 seasons. 10 years with the Seattle Seahawks. 2 seasons with the Green Bay Packers. We'll hear from him coming up in just a little bit. The Ticats also announced they signed American kicker Seth Small. He was in camp with the Ticats and appeared in both preseason games, going 3 for 3 on his field goal attempts, including a 51-yard field goal. He attended minicamp with the Indianapolis Colts, played 46 games at Texas A&M, and is the Aggies' all-time record leader with 71 career field goals made and 377 points. So yes, Seth Small is back. Jon Ryan is here. He was at practice yesterday, and again, we're going to hear from him in just a little bit. The team also announced that Aaron Johnson, offensive lineman, Simon Larrier, and Jared Beeksma have all been released from the team. All right, for more on the decision to bring in Jon Ryan and for more on this week, let's hear from the head coach and president of football operations. Here is Orlando Steinauer as he spoke after practice.
Well, it's just mindset, approach to practice, approach to meetings. Whatever it is that we were doing wasn't quite good enough. Feel very good about some aspects of where we're at, and other aspects need work. And we feel like we've addressed those as a staff, as a collective unit, meaning personnel, video, everything. Everything's got to be a little bit better. And then it's just exciting to get back out there, right? Talking about it and fixing it in the classroom is great, but you got to get out on the field and do some work. Well, it's such a big group, right? So everybody handles it a little bit different. But yeah, the encouragement is to get away. You can't change the past. You study it. You grab the things that you like, and you replace the things that you think need improvement. And that's just in all facets of everything. That's prep, everything. But I do think it's you use the bye week to get away, and you don't ever completely turn it off in the back of your mind. I speak for myself, but at the end of the day, these are people. They're not football players. They're people, and the coaches are people, and everybody. And so it is important to recharge and get refreshed. Well, it's been a process. Nothing's ever easy. It's sometimes the timing is just wrong. I know from the outside in, it's like you got to do this, but you can't just make magic happen. Sometimes you have to wait, and the timing has to be right. And so Jon was open to coming up. We've had a few discussions, and once he felt like he was in kicking shape to come up, he understands what it takes, obviously, to kick in this league, in the National Football League, and he wanted to get back on the field, and we were able to flip the ratio there, and obviously we can go with the Canadian punter, and we'll go with the American kicker this week. Well, I'm still learning Jon. Everything that I've heard about him and has been absolutely fantastic, right? And the way he was in the meeting room, and he's in there like a rookie and just soaking it up. So, not looking to him, his experience is invaluable to us. We just want him to punt the ball well, punt it like he can, and have some fun and help us win football games. As far as, what he'll bring to the rest of the team, that'll be over time. He seems level-headed, fun guy, and I just want him to be himself. And whatever that is, if that's a leader, great. If it's just to punt the ball and just be a resource for folks, that's great. So no expectations except for Jon to be himself.
That is the head coach and president of football operations for the Ticats, Orlando Steinauer, talking about the changes that needed to be made off the top there. As I put him on the spot, as he said after the game last week that they got to be better and that changes were coming, and you heard it there. It's the way they're approaching, and Dane Evans also talked about some of the changes that needed to be made. But before we got into that with Dane, it was our first chance to get to talk to him since he held his Play It Forward event last week. And you may remember we had Courtney Stephen on talking about it, where almost 100 Indigenous youth were brought to Tim Hortons Field to get a chance to interact with the players and just have a lot of fun. And we asked Dane about getting to do that, and here's what he had to say.
It was awesome, man. I was honestly a little nervous about it just because, I don't know, my name was on it, and we had been pushing it and stuff. And I was nervous just because I wanted the kids to have a good time, right? And I shouldn't have been. It was fantastic. There's probably 80 to 90 kids, Indigenous background. Some weren't Indigenous, and we just did multiple stations of sport activities, some football, soccer, just having a good time, running around. Courtney kind of ran the flow of the camp, and he did a fantastic job. I had 5 other guys on the team come and help, And like you said, it puts everything in perspective, right? Like, we're 0-4. It sucks, right? Nobody's happy about that. But when you can go out there and, like, still positively affect, like, kids like that, like, they don't care anything about our record. They had the greatest time just being on the field, being where the Ticats play, and that's why we do what we do, you know? We got to put a lot of smiles on faces. Super thankful, man. I told the guys after, like, we came in the locker room or whatever, and just told them how thankful I was for them, especially because, like, it's not like we had to be up here, right? As a bye week, a lot of guys went home. So super thankful for the guys that stayed and helped. I know they had a good time too. It was a cool experience. The kids, we fed off of them. You know, the energy was like pretty high. There were cameras out. TSN was doing some stuff, so the kids obviously loved that. And no, I'm just super thankful that the guys wanted to come and be a part of it. And hopefully next year it can be even bigger. I already have some ideas for that. So yeah, no, it was good. At first we were just going to kind of hang out here with Ivy and just enjoy being new parents. Got to go golf with the guys once and went by myself. Nikki let me go. Got another round in. So that was great. Anytime you can go out there and get your mind off it, it's always fantastic. And then, yeah, we kind of last minute decided to go to St. Catharines, and we went to a little Airbnb like right on the lake. And it was beautiful, man. We all needed the break. We were joking that Murphy probably needed it the most, our dog. He was like a ham all weekend. So it was just good to get away. Obviously, kind of like think about things that had happened in the past, but like it's the past, right? So like we're moving forward. We're focused on going 1-0 this week. It was like the perfect length of time, and just talk about being thankful. Like I'm so thankful for Nikki as well, right? Like she just became a new mom, and like it's not easy, right? You know, and this is happening here. We're 0-4. Sorry, but it's just I think we all needed it. So it was great that we got to do that, and super excited to be back. I think you're going to see some things personnel-wise, scheme-wise, kind of streamlining some things. We're going to get back to doing what we do best and making people stop us, because I think there's been times in all the games we've been in where we're a pretty damn good offense and a pretty damn good football team, but then there's also been times where we're not. And I think I can only speak for me in particular. I know sometimes I've been trying to do too much. The times we are really good, I'm just doing my job, doing what I'm supposed to do. The times we aren't, I'm trying to do too much, and it's as cut and dry as that. So I think you're going to see us streamline some things, get back to kind of the basics and what we do, and just play fast. I know today was a really good practice. I'm sure if anyone was watching, they're like, there's no way this team's 0-4, right? So we just got to go beat us, man. There's like, I was talking to Darby about it. You can't really say anything else. It's just we all know what it is. We know what happened, and there's only one way to fix it, and it's to go do it. So
that is Dane Evans, quarterback of your Hamilton Tiger Cats, and they just got to do it. We've heard that from Dane a couple of times too, but he is legit. And you heard it there talking about his wife and what he did on the bye week, and he is as authentic of a person as they come, and as someone who works in this business, who gets to talk to and sometimes has to talk to a lot of people. When you get to someone like Dane, who is authentic, who doesn't try to hide who he is, and and takes the onus. We heard it last week. He was apologizing to his teammates. So yeah. I mean, he is an authentic guy, but he knows he's got to be better on the football field, and the Ticats know that he's got to be better protecting the football, and maybe some decisions he'd like back through the first 4 weeks, but he's had time to think about it, and they're only one game back of first place. You might hear me say that a lot this week. You might hear them say that a lot this week. They're only one game back of first place. We heard something from Coach O that we don't normally hear. If you picked up on it, Coach basically told us one of his roster decisions, which doesn't happen. Believe me, I have been interviewing Coach for the last 3 seasons, and it does not happen that on day 1 of practice or day 0 of practice, Coach tells you what he's going to do in the lineup. And he did say that Seth Small will start at kicker, which means Jon Ryan will start at place kicker. And we mentioned it off the top that Jon Ryan, the newest member of the Hamilton Tiger Cats, and we had a chance to go one-on-one with him yesterday. I had a chance to go one-on-one with him yesterday, and we just started talking because he had mentioned a few months ago about why now was the right time and why the Ticats were the right fit. Here's what he had to say.
I wanted to go somewhere where I was wanted, and they made it clear to me they wanted me. I think we have a great shot at the Grey Cup here, and that's why I came back, to win the Grey Cup, and I think that's I can help the Ticats do that.
It's hard to make first impressions on the first day, but I'm going to put you on the spot here. What did you notice from the guys out there?
It's just a great group. They felt really tight, a bunch of really good guys, very welcoming for a guy just coming in on his first day. I just felt a good vibe, a lot of good energy, and I just look forward to going forward with these guys.
You obviously have an illustrious resume. You look at this team and their start 0-4. How do you feel coming into a team that's still looking for its first win?
I've watched all 4 of their games, and they're not an 0-4 team. That's for sure. They're a good team, and as I said today, we're one game out of first. So that's how you have to approach it, and we're just going to, as you say, take one game at a time. But going forward, I think I really like our chances. And
Mike, the place kicker there, hit a 65-yard field goal. I think he's trying to show off there for you. But that's special teams. Because obviously the kickers are a little more dynamic. But what your first impression on the guys in the room so far?
Oh, just great guys. It was a lot of fun to meet the other specialists today. It's unique that you have a group of 5 specialists. But it's just 4 other great guys, so kind of look forward to getting to know them a little bit better. Already joking around a little bit. I've already been called Grandpa a few times, so I expect more of that. But it's all fun.
And that is Jon Ryan, the newest member of the Hamilton Ticats. And my thanks to him for giving me a couple minutes yesterday. And a legit guy, really going around shaking hands with everybody in the media center, introducing himself, and a man who probably needs no introduction when it comes to football in North America. 10 years with the Seattle Seahawks, Green Bay Packers, Winnipeg Blue Bombers, Saskatchewan Roughriders, Super Bowl champion, Saskatchewan native. A man who needs no introduction, introducing himself to everybody yesterday, and that includes his teammates. And he looked like one of the guys joking there, already calling him old man or grandpa, so he seems like a really good addition, to this football team. All right, that'll do it for us today. Thank you so much for joining us. We really do appreciate it. We are, again, back tomorrow from practice. For the Ticats Audio Network, I'm Louie Butko, hoping you have a great day.
Ticats Today can be heard every weekday, and we would like to hear from you. Email us at gameday@ticats.ca. Have a question or an opinion? We want to hear it. That's gameday@ticats.ca. Subscribe to the Ticats Audio Network on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts.